All right, welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. No, I'm not gonna have the camera follow me around today. It's gonna be like way far away. That's okay. You can all see in the video, you'll all see me in the corner waving my hands. All right, so today we're gonna go over SIMnet Excel Guided Project 4-3. So the good news is, okay, bad news is, let's start with that. Bad news is this is gonna be a long project. So is next week when we go over macros. That's also gonna be a long project. After that, it's all downhill the rest of the way for the rest of the semester. Access, a lot of students have said it is a lot easier than Excel. So when you see what we do in Access, I hope you find it to be pretty easy also. And then PowerPoint, well, it's PowerPoint. So, I mean, that's all I gotta say about that. So, I mean, yeah. All right. Here we go, everybody. We're gonna download both files, start file and resources both. There's start file. There's resources file. So you're gonna notice both of them download up here. The only one we're opening is this one today, the one with our name on it. The other one we're not opening. We're going to import the other one into this. All right, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. People at home, welcome in. Hope you're having a wonderful morning. All right, this is what our file looks like, everybody. I hope you know what to click.
I got an update on mine.
Yeah, you just close that. Yep, okay, you're good. Yep, open yours. Yeah, if you get the update now, everybody, you can just close that update message on the right side of your ribbon. Well, what should I click?
Enable editing.
Enable editing, okay, that's right. All right, you should all know to do that by now. All right, really fast, before we start this project, we have 3 sheet tabs that we have to work with in this one. It's gonna end up being 4 sheet tabs. So, yes, this will end up being 4. So you notice at the bottom we have patients and equip, we have criteria, and we have expense info. Those are the three that we have at the bottom. All right, so back to patients and equip. So here's what we're gonna do, everybody. Here's the start of the project. If you're just joining us, 2 files. The only one you're gonna open is the one with your name on it. We are not Canadian users, so don't worry about this important message. All right, so we've done step 1. Step 2, here we go. We're doing this step. We are going to copy the patients and equip sheet. We're gonna place the copy before the criteria sheet, and we're gonna name the copied sheet ADV space filter. Of course, you know me, I'm not typing that. All right, so review. You're gonna right-click patients and equip down here in the bottom left corner. I'm gonna right-click it. We're gonna click move or copy. We're gonna click move or copy. We're gonna click the checkbox for create a copy. And which one was it supposed to go before? Which sheet was it supposed to go before? Criteria, thank you. So we're gonna click criteria. And then you're gonna click OK. So all I did was right click the sheet, move or copy, click the checkbox for create a copy down below. Nope, no. There's a checkbox.
I did it.
Okay, good. Click criteria. That's the one we're putting it before, and okay.
Could you help me with that?
So again, you're gonna right click the sheet down below, bottom left corner, patients and equip. You're gonna right click patients and equip, right click, move or copy. Click the checkbox for create a copy. And then click criteria because that's the sheet you want it to go before, and click OK. And it will duplicate the sheet.
Thank you.
It'll duplicate the sheet, go ahead and click OK. So you should see patients and equip 2. We're gonna rename that sheet. We're gonna rename the sheet. So to rename the sheet for review, all you have to do is double click patients and equip 2. And then it's gonna be ADV space filter, not flitter. It will take a point off if you misspell this. There's always a reason I tell you these things. It's obviously somebody has done this. Now, if you put extra spaces in, if you do any additional like periods or anything, it's going to mark you off as well. So it's capital A on ADV, space, capital F on filter. I'm just gonna push enter. I'm just gonna push enter on my keyboard for it to accept ADV filter. All right, so this is the sheet we're gonna be working on first, is the ADV filter sheet, or advanced filter sheet. So with data, with existing data, you can take that and create filters on the data inside your spreadsheet. Some of you are like, so is it kind of like summary data? Sort of, it's kind of like summary data. All right, let me know when you're ready. This next step you all gotta pay attention to. I've seen people blow this up. So let me know when you're ready. Okay, we're now gonna click on cell A5. I don't have to click on cell A5, why? Because I'm already on cell A5. Sorry people at home, I'm gonna make that a little bigger for you. All right, so now I'm on cell A5. Next, we are going to go to the Styles group on the Home tab, and we're going to click the button that says Format as Table. So here's Styles, here's Format as Table. Oh, which one did they want us to pick for this one?
White one.
This one right here, the very first, bless you, the very first one, a white table style light one. All right, go ahead and click.
A5.
Yeah, we're already on A5.
I know, I'll tell what the color.
So let's go ahead and click on white table style light 1. Ah, okay, so here it says A4 to D60, but hold on. Then it says make sure that the My Table has headers box is selected. Okay, mine has this. Do you have it
Yeah.
like this? Okay, click OK. Now, some of you are probably saying, have you scrolled down to the bottom of this yet? Have you scrolled down yet? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, Nick, it only applied the table style to row 60, but what about 61 through 73? So guess what we get to do next, everybody? We get to fix this. Now you're probably wondering, why did it not style the last several rows? It's because this file originally came from 2 other files. So one part of the file was to row 60, the rest of the rows came from another file. So that's why it only allowed us to style to row 60. Now we gotta fix this. So that's gonna be our next step. So we're now going to go to cell D59. Wait, we're not going to D. Oh, okay, they just want you to click on D59. Right, so click once on D59. They just want you to make sure that, you see this little thingy in the bottom right corner of D60, right here, this on the 158, you see that little blue thingy? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do, everybody. We're going to take that little blue thingy, little table resize handle. See the little table resize handle? Here, I'm gonna make this bigger so people can see it. See that resize handle right here in D60? We're gonna take that, watch what I'm doing. We're gonna put our pointer on it like this. Your pointer will change into a bidirectional arrow diagonally. You're going to hold down your left mouse button and drag it down to the last row like this. Like this. And then let go here. And it magically applies the table style to the rest of the rows. Okay. If I want to go all the way back to the top, it's Control what?
Control home.
Control Home. Very good. Yes, I'm going to go back to the top. Yes.
My pointer didn't change to.
Okay, hold up.
This like.
There we go. Okay, now. But no, you got to put your pointer. Nope.
Oh, here.
Okay, now put it on the blue thing. There you go. Now drag down. There it is. Beautiful.
I'm kind of
Okay, so you got to go to cell A5. Go up to A5, scroll up. A5. Then you're gonna click Format as Table. Then you're gonna click the first one. Okay, click OK. Then you're gonna scroll down. You can actually click anywhere you want. You just have to be able to see that little tiny blue thing? You gotta put your, there you go. Just drag it down to the bottom. Like there. Perfect. You're good. All right. Bless you. Still got one more person to do it. Nope. Click away from there. Click any cell away from there. Like away from it. Okay, now put your pointer on the little tiny blue thingy. There you go. Now drag down. Keep going. Okay, very good. Just like that. Same with that. Click away from it. Okay, now put it on there. There you go. And down to the last row. Bam. Okay. All right, I'm saving. Control S. All right, Control S, Control Home. I'm going back to the top. So go ahead and save now. Now's a good time. All right, we're going to click on cell A5 again. So make sure you're clicking on cell A5. Jan 2017. A lot of people miss this step, so please pay attention. In the step H here, it says wants you to name the table filter, TBL filter. A lot of people miss this step. I'm gonna harp on this multiple times right now. So to name the table TBL filter, you do this. We go to the table design tab up here at the top of the screen. Table design, it's all the way over here on the right. And then you'll notice table name over here. We're gonna replace table 1 with lowercase t, lowercase b, lowercase l, capital F, lowercase I, lowercase l, t, e, r.
Can you copy and paste it?
You can copy and paste it, yes. That's what I did. So yes, you're going to click on the table design tab. You're going to change the table name. That step gets missed by a lot of people. And yes, yours truly missed it recently, yes, as well. Okay. Let me know when you're ready to move on. So far, so good.
Almost.
Oh, hey, the rest of you can save the file. Saving.
Did you copy and paste it?
Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that's it. Yes, that's what I got up there. Yeah, table filter. Yep, that's it.
The same?
Yep. All right, let's continue. So all we were doing was renaming the table. That's all we were doing. All right, here we go, everybody. This is not rocket science. We're going to copy cells A4 through D4, and we're going to paste it into just G4, like this. You're gonna put your pointer on A4, drag it across the D4 like that, copy. I hope you know how to do that.
Control C.
You're going to click once on G4, like this, just once, like this. And then paste.
How did you get it to the borderline like that?
Copying and pasting. So I'm gonna put it in the middle of A4, drag over to D4, Control C to copy. I'm clicking once on G4, Control V to paste. And then to get rid of those little lines, you hit the escape key on your keyboard and they go away. All right, so I know this looks weird up here, right? Like this looks weird to you. I know. All we're doing is copying and pasting.
No, I was saying with the TBI in it won't something with this.
Click OK. Is there an extra space after filter? No. Type it in. Is there a space?
No.
There's not a space before. Push enter. And you click OK, or click OK. And then just type it in. Type it in. TBL.
Yeah,
On the left.
should be good.
And then it's filter. So ILTER.
Oh, you did, okay.
Enter.
Mine is.
Well, you had a space before the T.
Oh, that's why.
All right. So we're copying and pasting. That's all we're doing. If we don't know how to copy and paste by now, we're in trouble. Oh, by the way, right now, everybody, let's make these columns a little bit wider. You know how mine's all like squished like this? You can, again, you can make them wider.
Double click. Cells.
On J, I had to drag it to get it to look like this. Oh, and just to let you know, image type is gonna be, there's one word that's really, really long, so you probably wanna make that a little bit bigger. All right, moving on. In cell G3, that's the cell above the one we just pasted, that's here, G3. We are going to type extract range. Now remember what I said about copying and pasting. You can't, all we're doing is copying and pasting. This should be the easiest part of the project. Yeah. Yeah.
Mine, I don't know.
Ah, you used the fill handle. You used the fill handle. You didn't do it, put it in the middle of the cell. Undo, Control Z. Again. Again. We're gonna keep going again. Yep, because if you use the fill handle, you can wipe crap out, and that's what you did. Control Z. There we go. Now put it in the middle of A4
A4.
and drag across.
Good.
Nope. Put it. Hold down your left. Drag across.
Open right there.
Copy again. Click G4
Okay.
and paste again.
Very good.
There you go. That's what mine looked like too. Okay. Then you're just gonna adjust the columns. Okay. I still haven't copied and pasted yet? G4. No, you did the same thing he did. Control Z, undo. You have to be in the middle of the cell before you drag. Now drag across. No, middle of the cell. That's the bottom right corner. Middle, inside the cell. Yes, drag across. Copy. Control C. Click G4 once. No, click G4 once. G4. Click. Paste. Control V. Yes, that's what we need to do in that step. Yes, people who are using the fill handle, you're going to wipe out the data. You cannot use the fill handle when we're selecting cells. We have to be in the middle of the cell and drag across. Let me know when you're finished, because we gotta go to the next step here. I mean, we haven't even hit the hard stuff yet in this project. If copying and pasting is this bad, I don't even wanna know what's about to happen. All right, let me know when you're ready, please. We already did step C, so all right, click once on cell G3, not twice. So I'm gonna just type this in. Here we go, I'm just gonna type this in. Extract, not exact, it's extract. People miss that too. Range. I'm just gonna type it in. I'm not gonna do anything else. Yes, I know. And then we're gonna click the check mark up here to the left of the formula bar. Just click the check mark. You wanna stay right there. Because we're going to change this to 14-point italic. So Control I italicizes. And we can change 11 to 14. For fun. Believe it or not, a lot of people miss that step. Like a lot of people. So 14-point italic, after you put in extract range, you're gonna click the check mark, change this to 14, italic. Okay, we're done with step 4. Now for the real fun part. I need everyone to pay attention to this one. All right. Step 5. We are now going to create an advanced filter from the data. People royally mess this step up. So I'm going to go very slowly through this. No, we're not copying and pasting. We are going to actually type in the stuff that they want us to type in. Here we go. Let me know when you're ready, because we're switching sheets. All right, so we're gonna go to the criteria sheet. Criteria sheet has nothing in it, literally, it has nothing in it. I'm gonna make this bigger so you can all see it. In cell A3, I'm gonna click once on A3. The instruction says we're gonna type the greater than symbol, 1231.19. Greater than 1231.19. And then when you're done with that, you're going to push the tab key to go to B3. And then on this one, it's the less than symbol, 1/1/21. So less than 1/1/21. And then I'm just gonna press enter to get out of the cell. So this will search for anything that is after December 31st, 2019, and everything before January 1st, 2021. And I've had people mess this up by putting the wrong symbols in, so please double check your symbols. There should be no extra spaces. I've had people mess this up because of extra spaces. Make sure there's no extra spaces. Make sure it's just what I've typed in here. And then let me know when you're ready. That's our 8th project. I shouldn't have to ask this, but I still do. And you can save when you're, I would save again. Just because, you know, I'm paranoid, I don't want anything bad to happen. I was happy 8 out of 20 people showed up today, I'm proud of that. Of course, I think it was less than that Tuesday, wasn't it? No. Don't worry, I made it worth the people who showed up there, made it worth their while, all is well. They cashed in. Let me know when you're ready. It's just simple typing of these characters. Good? Okay. Thank you. So that was step C. Now, we're gonna go back to the ADV filter sheet. That's step D, so back to ADV filter down here. You remember this. And we're gonna click on cell A5 once again. That's the Jan 2017. We're not double clicking, we're single clicking. We're not, you don't want that cursor flashing. All right. So now, where do we go to create an advanced filter? So we're gonna click the data tab up here at the top of the screen. I don't think we've worked with the data tab yet. I think this is the first time we've worked with the data tab, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So here we go. Now that we're in the data tab, you notice that there's a sort and filter group. If I'm gonna create an advanced filter, which of these buttons am I clicking? Advanced, you're so good. So we're gonna go ahead and click on advanced here in the sort and filter group. Okay, I need you to be very careful with this. This is the step where people royally mess this up. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna read the directions first. I'm gonna do the steps second. So they want you, when this comes up, the advanced filter dialog box comes up, it wants you to select copy to another location. So that's the first thing we're gonna do is click the copy to another location box. If you do not do this, it will not copy it to another location. Okay, now, our range is A4 to D73, that's good, that's a good thing. Here's where it gets tricky, everybody, and this is step G. It says, in the criteria range box, so right now, your cursor should be flashing in the second box, criteria range. Okay, should be flashing in there. Now, please follow the directions that I'm about to give you. You are going to click once down here at the bottom on the criteria sheet. Click once. You will notice it now says criteria exclamation point in your criteria range. Now, we are selecting cells again, which means we're in the middle of the cell, not the fill handle. So we're going to put our pointer in the middle of A2, like this, and we're going to drag to B3, like this. And the numbers, yes, you want the numbers. And let go. It now says criteria exclamation point A2 to B3. Next step, I would like you to click in the copy to box right here. It should return you back to the ADV filter sheet. Good, okay. We're back on the ADV filter sheet. So the next step, so we just did E, we just did F, we just did G. It wants you to select cells G4 to J4 on the advanced filter sheet. So this is what this means, ready? I'm gonna put my pointer in the middle of G4, and I'm going to drag over to J4 like this. And I'm going to let go. Now you'll notice that the sheet name is cut off in the copy to. But this is just for your own information. when there's more than one word on a sheet at the bottom, like ADV filter, you're gonna see single apostrophes around ADV filter before the exclamation point. You'll notice that there's like an apostrophe before the exclamation point. That's correct, like that's correct. That's what it's supposed to do. Okay, if we're done, what do we click?
Okay.
Okay. No. Please tell me you got data. Please tell me you got data. Every person? I mean every person. And then okay. Yay, that's data. Yay, that's data. All right. All right. Oh. Oh, wait. No, you're okay. So you're on the wrong sheet. That's why. Wrong sheet. Cancel. Okay, back to ADV filter. Now, click A5. Advanced. Okay, copy. Now, click on criteria range. Yep, click on criteria. Middle of A2 to B3. Yep, drag down to B3. One more, there you go. And then copy to. You gotta click inside the box, okay. Put your pointer on G4 and drag over to J4. Let go, and then okay. Yay!
Good, thank you.
But wait, that's the incorrect data. Come back to criteria, that means criteria is incorrect. Yep, that's a less than symbol, not a greater than symbol. Yep, click that, it's the other one. It's the other symbol, not, so it's less than, it's the other one. Yep.
Yeah, this out.
Nope. And then type of 1. Okay, now press enter. Now let's do this again. Back to ADV filter. Okay, so now we got to get rid of all this data. So put your pointer on G5 where it says Feb 2021 and drag down to this last number down here. Yep, that's fine. And then click home. And then click clear. And do clear, yeah, clear all. Okay, now let's do this one more time. Click on A5. A5, yep, down. Advance. All right, so we get to do this again. Copy to another location. Click on criteria range, yep, go to criteria. A2 to B3, yep. Down. There. And G4 to J4, click OK. Yeah, that should be okay. Click OK. Yay! And that's how you fix it. Okay. All right. Here we go, everybody. Now we're going to do some conditional formatting on this data. So conditional formatting, if we've not talked about this yet, oh, that's right, we got to sort first. Let's sort first, then we'll go to conditional formatting and borders. So we're going to click once on G5. That's right there, Jan 2020. Click once on G5. Now, we are going to sort this. It does say, and just click the sort button. That's the sort button right up here. Big sort button right here in the sort and filter group. Click once on that. Okay, now it's going to ask us what we want to sort it on. So we are going to first sort it on image type. And the good news is, everybody, these two things in step C will default. Cell values in A to Z will default. So I'm going to change this to image type. We don't have to change the other things there. We just, because the cell value is in A to Z, it's what we want. So that was B and C. Then we're going to add another level. So what button do I have to click on to add another level?
Add level.
Add level. So we're going to click add level. Notice it says then by. And this one we're doing month/year. So month/year. You notice the cell values and oldest to newest. That's what we want. So it's going to sort it by image type first, then by the month and the year. And if we're finished, we click
Okay.
OK. So it should be like this with angiography on top, ultrasonography on the bottom. Remember, we sorted by this first. Okay, next. Oh, don't worry about auto-fitting column H. If yours looks like mine, because I made it bigger earlier, if it doesn't look like this, you double-click up here between the H and the I up here at the top of the screen, and that's how you auto-fit it. Okay, moving on. This is not select cells 15 to 116. I can't believe people over the years have said, well, isn't that, what's 15 to 116? No, that's an I, everybody. That's I5 to I16. So let's do this, everybody. Put your pointer in the middle of I5 like this, and just drag down to I16. People online, don't worry, I'm moving my face. There we go. Okay. Back to the sheet. So we're selecting I5 to I16, because that's what we're going to apply conditional formatting on. So, back to the instructions. We're going to go to the Home tab for this. Back to the Home tab. Home tab. And you'll notice in the Styles group, there's a button that says Conditional Formatting right here in the middle of the ribbon. We're going to click on that, and then look what it says. We're going to choose Highlight Cells Rules and then Greater Than. So, we're going to click Conditional Formatting. We're going to hover over Highlight Cells Rules. We're not clicking it. And then we're going to click on Greater Than. Okay? So when you clicked on Greater Than, you'll notice there's a number here. And that number is what?
103.
Are you curious at all as to where that number comes from? No one wants to take a wild guess?
103.
I'll show you where it comes from. Down here at the bottom of the screen, there is a status bar. And you will notice that it says average 102.75. So that's where the number 103 comes from. So by default, Excel takes the average on that number. But we're changing it to what? No, we're changing it to
100.
100. And we're changing the fill to green fill with dark green text. So we're changing it to 100. And we're changing this red to green. Green fill with dark green text. And since we're done with that, we click what?
Okay.
Okay, so that means anything over 100 is going to be highlighted in green with dark green text. So yours should look like this. If it doesn't, please make sure that you have these selected. Okay. And we're done with that step. Okay. All right. Good work, everybody. I don't want to forget this one. So step D says, select the extract range starting at cell G4 and apply all borders. So that's all you're doing is this, everybody. You're putting your pointer in the middle of G4. Oh wait, but G4 is already, those already have boxes around them, right? Those already have borders?
Yeah.
So why are we starting there? I'm gonna start with G5. I'm gonna put my pointer in the middle of G5. I'm just gonna drag down to J, what is that? J16. And then for review on the font tab, or the Home tab in the font group, here's the font group. We're gonna go ahead and click this borders button. Right now it says bottom border, we're gonna change that to all borders. And it will put borders around all the cells. All right. Let me know when you're in. We're just selecting the cells, clicking the drop-down arrow in the font group, changing bottom to all. Okay. All right. And they want you to go back to the top of the spreadsheet, so Control Home gets you there. All right, I'm saving this. All right, congratulations, everybody. We did the advanced filter. That part of the project is done. Next, now we're going to go to the expense info tab. So the expense info tab is the orange one down in the bottom left corner. Go ahead and click on that. And here it is. Yes, I'm going to make it bigger for people at home. Okay, fine, for you too. since you did decide to show up. Okay, yes, I get to be snarky now. Okay, so here we go. We're going to click on cell A4. That's the first blank cell under last name. By the way, it's all downhill from here, everybody. We got through the hard part of the project, so here we go. Now we're going to import that other file that you downloaded. If you joined us late, we downloaded both files. So you should have a second file. So they want you to go to the data tab again. So back to the data tab. And since it's a CSV file, we're gonna click this button all the way over here on the left, from text CSV. It's gonna take a moment. Give it a moment, everybody. It's gonna take a moment. Just let it spin. Okay. Oh, what folder am I downloading everything into? Downloads. Make sure that you're in the correct folder. There should just be one CSV file, unless you've saved all your other ones. But it's this one right here, Clemenson CSV04. I'm just gonna double click it.
On that file.
You needed to download it at the start of the, there were two files to download. I'll say that once again at the beginning of the project. There was a resources file. And this is that resources file.
Yeah, I got it now.
Okay. And then you're gonna give it a moment.
Click import, right?
You're gonna give it a minute. From text CSV on the left side of the tab over here. Way over here, this button. From text CSV all the way on the left, over here.
Yeah, but once we're in there, we click on the file and then we click.
Yeah, you can just double click the file in the downloads folder, yes. That's good. Now I'm being nosy. That's perfect. Okay, this next step. Wait for everybody to get there. You're there? Okay. This next step, everybody, there's an arrow in the bottom right corner next to the word load. I don't want you to click the word load. I want you to click the arrow next to it. Oh, wait. Okay, we did that. This is already done. Comma is already selected and the delimiter is there. We're gonna click the load arrow and select load to. See the arrow? We're gonna click it, load to. Okay, here we go. You should get a dialog box that says import data. We're obviously going to import this as a table. Select existing worksheet. That was the kicker. So where's existing worksheet? Here it is. So we're gonna change new worksheet to existing worksheet. Because yeah, if you chose load instead of load to, it would have popped it all into its own sheet. We don't want to do that. We want to pop it in right here in A4. So we're going to change that to existing worksheet. I hope yours says $A, $4, mine did. And if we're done, we click what?
Okay.
Okay. And wait for it. Oh, God, that's ugly. Okay. You're like, orange? Yes, orange. Oh, everybody, did you all get this pane over here on the right? This is queries and connections. Close it. We don't need it anymore. Close it. We don't need it. It's going to tell us later to close it.
I forgot to click for.
Okay, so once again, we're going to click from text CSV. Yep. It's the bottom one. Yep. Now, we're going to click the arrow down there next to load, load to. You're going to choose existing worksheet and OK. There you go. Now you can close that over there. You can close the pane over there.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, you can close that. All right. It's going to tell you to close it later, but I figure why not just do it now. All right. So, first thing you notice is this is gross, right? Like it's like, and by the way, would you ever submit to somebody column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4? That looks horrible too, doesn't it? So we are going to fix this. We're going to fix this right now. So here we go, step 9. Now listen to what it says here. Cut and paste the labels in row 3 to replace the labels in row 4. This is what this means. I'm going to put my pointer in the middle of A3, drag over to D3, and Control X to cut. we're cutting. Bless you.
There you go.
So it's Control X to cut. Then you're gonna click once, and I mean once, on the word column 1 right here in A4, and we're pasting, Control V. So we select it, Control X, we click once on A4, Control V to paste. And that looks a lot better than column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. Okay, all I did was cut and paste. Let me know when you're all ready. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. It's gonna happen. Let me know when you're ready. Because I'm ready for the next step.
You like this, Nick?
Let me know when you're ready. All we're doing is cutting those and pasting them into. So we're cutting those ones that you selected. That you copied, you didn't cut. Control Z. Okay, we're cutting, we're not, so it's Control X. And you click once on column 1. No, how did you get that? Okay, all right. Put the pointer, yes, drag over to amount. Control X. Click once on the word column 1, A4, and then Control V to paste. That's what it's supposed to look like. So we're cutting and we're pasting. All right, everybody, let's keep moving. We gotta finish this. So we're gonna click once on cell A5. That's Alan. So we're gonna click once on cell A5. That's Alan. Please do that. Now, we are going to go into our table design tab, which is way up here at the top. We're going to click the table design tab up at the top of the screen. Then we are going to click on this button right here in Tools. It says Convert to Range. Convert to Range. So let's click that. Okay, everybody. You're going to get a message that looks really freaky. This will permanently remove the query definition. So we are continuing. So we're going to click which one?
Okay.
Okay. Oh. So what did it do? It took the arrows off row 4, right? So it's no longer a table. You notice that up here at the top, there's no more table design tab? That is how you get rid of a table. Like if you want to just turn it into regular cells with data in it, that's how you do it. Now, we are gonna make some changes to this. So here we go, everybody. We're gonna select cells A4 through D34. I'm just gonna click once on A4. I'm gonna scroll down. I'm gonna hold down my Shift key, click D34, so I select the whole thing. Instead of dragging, you can select it like that. After you have selected like that, this is a very important thing to pay attention to. Really important. Because you can mess this up real big. We are going to clear the formats. We are not clearing anything else. We're not doing clear all. We're only clearing the formats. So we're going back to the, are you all in the home tab? Yeah. Okay, that's a good sign. All the way on the right side of the ribbon, you will see the editing group. Way over here on the right. There's a clear button. I need you to click that. And then click clear formats. Formats. No other button. Click that one. And then tell me what happened to your dates after you did that. So click clear formats. What happened to your dates? Are they dates anymore?
Nope.
Oh my gosh, they're numbers. All right, so I say this every semester. I ask this question. What does that number mean? 44,197? Are you curious? You know you want to know. You know I have the answer, right? All right, so if you're curious, everybody, 44,197 represents the number of days from January 1st, 1900 to whatever that date is. So that's how you know what those numbers stand for. You suppose we should probably format them back, right? Like make them into dates again? That's probably a good idea, right? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. All right, here we go. Oh, by the way, we're not done with A4 and D34 yet. We're gonna change the font size to 11 point. So it should all still be selected. You're just gonna change 10 to 11 up here to make everything bigger. Yes, I just clicked once on increase font size and it gave me 11. All right, we are not done with this. Here we go. Next, step F. Center align the labels in row 4 and apply bold format. All this means, everybody, you're gonna put your pointer in the middle of A4, drag over to D4 like this. Control B to bold. And the center button's up here in the alignment group, everybody. This is review. Alignment group, here's the center button right here. So center and bold, it's all up there.
So center and bold.
Right. So we're selecting, bold is Control B, center is up here. Or you can click the B button. All right. All right, let me know when you're ready, because now we're gonna get those dates back. Yeah, good, okay. Everybody good? All right, here we go. So you're gonna put your pointer on C5, or well, I'm just gonna click C5. Now I'm gonna scroll down, hold down Shift, click C34. So essentially we're selecting all those 44,000 numbers. Here's how you change them back. This is really hard, this is really tough. You ready? This is a tough one. We're going to change general up here in number, the number group, to short date. So we're changing the numbers like this. We're clicking general up here in the number group, changing it to short date. And they all magically reappear, like nothing happened. Pretty cool, huh? All right. Okay. Next up, we are going to set the column width for columns A through D to 13. So here's how we're going to do this, everybody. I'm going to put my pointer on the letter A up here. See how it turns into an arrow pointing down? I'm going to hold down my left mouse button and just drag over to D like this and let go. We have to do that first before we do column width, otherwise it's going to adjust all the columns if we don't do that. So anybody remember where column width was? It's here on the Home tab. It's way over here and there's cells. See cells over here? We're going to click the Format button. And which one do we pick? Column width. So go ahead and click on that. Right now the number is 10.43. We're going to change that to 13. Just type 13. And when you're done with it, we click OK. OK. You guys are getting better at this. All right. So they're a little bit wider now. Okay. And we already did step I. Yay. Why wouldn't you keep the pane there if you never needed it? Like, that's what I don't understand. All right. All right, everybody, we're almost at the end of this. Go ahead and save. Now, we're going to click cell A5. Going to click cell A5. Now, check this out, everybody. I'm going to do something different than what the book wants you to do to accomplish this. We only have to click one button to accomplish step 10A. Ready? Data tab. Data tab. In the sort and filter group, all we're going to do is click this little tiny button that says AZ. Just click once here. Whoop, and it's magically ordered. And it's magically ordered by last name. So click once on cell A5, click your data tab, click this little button in the sort and filter group that says AZ with the arrow pointing down. All right, next, we're going to add subtotals to these last names. So some people really complicate these two steps. I'm going to show you how easy this is. Ready? Data tab. We're in the data tab, right? Subtotal is all the way over here on the right in the outline group. It's the last button you can click, subtotal. Go ahead and click that. Notice how it's capturing the whole data set now? So here's all we're going to do, everybody. It wants us to do averages by last name. It already says last name, so we don't touch that. We're gonna change sum to average. That's all we're doing in this dialog box. Click OK. Click average, and then click OK. We're done. Click OK. So what happened to your sheet? It has a whole bunch of what's on it now. You notice something on the left-hand side of the sheet now? You got a bunch of tick marks and minuses, right? So here's what we're gonna do next. Before we continue, here's what we're gonna do next. So, format the values in column D as currency with no decimal places. Here's how you're gonna do it. I'm gonna click back on the Home tab. Then I'm gonna put my pointer on, actually I'm gonna do it this way, everybody. I'm gonna click once on D5, scroll down to the bottom, hold Shift, and click D40. So you wanna select all these numbers. You wanna select all these numbers. All right, if I'm gonna change this from general to currency, where do I go up here?
All the way to 40, right?
Yes, all the way to D40, correct. All right, yeah, I just clicked once on D5, scrolled down, held down Shift key, clicked once on D40, and it selects them all. All right, so up here we're gonna change general in the number group to currency. Currency, how many decimal places? How many decimal places do I have right now? No, how many? I have 2, correct. So, up here, everybody, after you change this to currency, right here, you're gonna click this number right here, decrease decimal. It's this button just below currency, right here. You're gonna click this button twice, 1, 2. And it takes away the decimals. Everybody got no decimals now? Almost everybody on this side? You're doing great. All right, we're gonna finish this in 15 minutes, I hope. Okay, here we go. Moving on. Step E wants you to collapse the outline to display only the averages for each last name. See this diagram or this figure right here? It wants you to make it look like this. And this is how we're gonna do it, everybody. Ready? We're gonna click the minus next to Allen average. That'll collapse it. We're gonna click the minus next to Bashir average. We're gonna collapse that. We're gonna click the minus next to Gabris average. We're gonna collapse that. We're gonna click the minus next to Gomez. And we're gonna click the minus next to McAllister. And there you go, everybody. Those are all the averages. All I did was click the minus symbols. But don't click the last one. Don't click the one for grand average. Keep that there. All right, save it, everybody. I have fantastic news for you all. We are at the end. So all we're gonna do with this next part is, we're gonna take some existing data, we're going to use a pivot table, and we're going to create a pivot chart, and we are done. We are done with the project. So here we go. Last part, 20 minutes to go. Click once on the Patients and Equip Sheet tab. So yes, we're all done with all the other tabs. We're finished with all the other tabs that are on there. We're not going back to those. People at home, yes, I'll make this bigger so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. Step B. Since A5 is already selected, we are going to go to the Insert tab and click Recommended Pivot Tables. So Insert tab. Recommended Pivot Tables with the question mark on it. Click that. I have good news for you. It's the very first one that's already been selected. So if that's the one that we want, okay. And you'll notice it puts it into a new sheet. Oh yeah, sorry people at home, I'm gonna move myself again so you can see all this. All right, I'm going to make this bigger. I'm going to zoom in. I suggest you do the same. All right, so so we're gonna rename the sheet down at the bottom of the screen. See how it says, mine says sheet 2, I don't know what number yours says. We're supposed to call it pivot table, all one word, pivot table, capital P, capital T, no spaces. I'm just gonna double click sheet 2 down here and paste it. I'm double clicking sheet 2 at the bottom and I'm pasting in pivot table from the instructions. And you press enter. So it's capital P, capital T, no spaces. All right, I know I've said that 5 times. Somebody's gonna do it. Gotta get ready for my upcoming trip here. I don't have $1 on me, but if I did, I'd say somebody's gonna do it. Someone's gonna put that space in and miss that point. It's probably you, isn't it? It's you. It's you. No, I'm kidding. You're better than that. All right. I'm moving on, everybody. That was just simply renaming the sheet. Step 12, let's go. Now, we don't have to select cell A3 because, well, we're already on A3. Now, this is a really important step, everybody. Let me know when you're ready. Okay. It's a really important step. So we're going to go to the Pivot Table Analyze tab, which, we're already in Pivot Table Analyze, right? Okay. So we're going to click the Change Data Source button because you remember at the beginning of this, it was only rows A4 to A60 or D60. It wasn't to D73. So now we got to fix it here. So here we go. Change Data Source is right here in the middle. And we're going to click Change Data Source. When this comes up, you're going to click once to the right of all the stuff in that box. Click once to the right. We're going to backspace that 6.
How is it not like that? Like yours, mine's in.
Okay, so you should have been here. You should have been in Pivot Table Analyze. You should have been able to click Change Data Source and click Change Data Source to get to here. Unless yours is on a different sheet, and that's fine. That's because you've double clicked on A3. Click once somewhere, anywhere out of there. I don't care where you click. You click once on A3. Now you have Change Data Source, Change Data Source. There you go. Now, when you get to this point, you're going to click to the right. You're going to click to the right over here. Click once over here. Click once over in this blank space. We're going to get rid of the number 60. Backspace, backspace. We're going to type 73. And then when you've typed 73, what do you click? Okay. Very good. And yes, this will change the data. McGraw-Hill was very sneaky doing this, making you change 60 to 73 here at the end. And then click OK. All right, so we're back here. I know it was kind of freaky changing tabs, but all right. Anyway, that's what we just did. There's the explanation if you need it. It's in 12B as to why we had to do that. Now we're on 13. Now we're going to format our pivot table. So they want you to click cell B4. That's angiography. So click once on B4. Never mind, that's 1619. Click once on the 1619. And now we're going to change the number format. So to change the number format, everybody? Oh, I need to open the value field settings. Okay. Here's how you do this, everybody. To open the value field settings, you come up here, and it says Field Settings up here under Active Field. Click that. Okay. So here's your number format. Number format is in the bottom left corner. So let's click on Number Format. Okay. We are going to change our number format to number as the category, 0 decimal places, comma as the separator. So here's how we do it. So we click number, no decimal places, and we use the 1000 separator to put the comma in. So again, number, 0, checkbox. And if you're done, okay. So number, 0, checkbox, okay. So congratulations, that was C. We really are at the end of this. Okay. Let me know when you're ready. know you're good. Ready? All right, click OK. Bam. Right now, you should be back at this screen here. I think we just click OK again. Click OK again. There are my commas. Okay, now I got my commas in there. Okay. All right, next. We are going to go to the Design tab up here at all the way on the right. Design tab. We're going to click the Design tab. Then we're going to click the More button, and we're going to choose Dark Gray Pivot Style Dark 9. So here's the More arrow. Look under Dark. It should be the 9th one, which is this one right here. Dark Gray Pivot Style Dark 9. Click on that. Should turn it into a darker pivot table. So Design tab, More arrow, Dark Gray Pivot Style Dark 9. Let me know when you're ready. Okay over here? Okay. All right, next. You'll notice that there are no lines inside of here. So what we're going to do next is, so that was D&E, we're going to display banded rows and banded columns. So all you're going to do, everybody, is just check these two boxes. Leave the other two checked, just check these two boxes, banded rows, banded columns. So all 4 of those boxes should be checked. Now we have lines inside of it, right? That looks better. Okay, now let's take that data. If you're all wondering how I generate your grades so fast, I turn all your grades into a pivot table, and then I create a pivot chart from the pivot table. I do the pie chart, and that's how you see that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this data that we have in the pivot table, we're going to turn it into a pivot chart now. So back to the pivot table Analyze tab. I'm actually going to make sure I'm on A4, everybody. It doesn't tell you to do that, but like for insurance purposes, let's do that. If I want a pivot chart, I'm going to click over here on the tools, the button over here for tools for pivot charts. Go ahead and click that. And yes, this is how easy it is to take your pivot table and turn it into a chart. So the instructions want us to do which one? Clustered bar. Ah, here's bar. So we're going to click on bar instead of column. And look, it already selects clustered bar for us. We don't have to do anything. So if we're finished, we click
Okay.
OK. I'm just going to tell you all, I know I've been very honest with you this semester. This is ugly. There's no way in my right mind I would submit to my boss something that says total and then total on the right. But guess what, everybody? We're not making changes to this chart. You're like, we're going to leave it like, I'm like, oh yes, it's awful. But here we go. Here we go. I don't think they fixed that. All right, so we're going to drag the chart. We've done this before. Top left corner is A12, bottom right corner J35. So A12, we're just going to drag this down here to A12. Then we're going to take our bottom right handle, drag over to J, down to 35, like this. Yes, we're making it big. People online, I'm actually going to zoom out now so you can see all of it together. All right, so there's A12 to J35. Next, we're going to change the style. We've done this before. And we're going to choose style number 7. Oh, wait, which tab am I supposed to be on? Design. So we're going to click on Design up here once you're done resizing it. Click on the Design tab. Style 7, it's the dark one. And just click on that. It's still driving me crazy that this says total. It should make you crazy too, because number one, I don't know what the numbers at the bottom are either. I have no idea. And you know what's sad, everybody? We're not going to change any of that. All right. Here's,
Did you do that?
I just clicked the Design tab, this style right here, the dark one. All right, here we go, everybody. This is the end of it. Ready? We're gonna click cell B4. B4, that's the 16, bless you, that's the 1619. Click once on the 1619. And then it says, sort the data in descending order. Hey, here's how we're gonna do it, ready? We're gonna click on the data tab up top. This time we're clicking Z to A, that's descending order, right here in the sort and filter group. Ta-da! 1901 shows up on top, 1619 on the bottom. There you go. It automatically, so I clicked the data tab and clicked sort largest to smallest. You have to be on B4 for this to happen. Hey, look everybody, what does it say to do next? After, we don't have to do step C, so what do we do now?
A1.
We save it. No, I'm just gonna save it. You have to click A1. That's for clickers. I'm just saving. I'm a saver. And we are done. We are finished. We are done in this town. Oh, that's not what, I don't want to submit the video. Oh, okay, there we go. Remember, everybody, we're submitting the one with our name on it. You know, people have tried to submit the other one. Come on, baby, one time. One time, make it happen, one time. One time. Coming out. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, my gosh.
Good work, everybody online. All right, everybody online, I gotta go answer the remaining questions in the last few minutes, because I gotta get out of here. Everybody take care. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you on Thursday.